All right, everybody, welcome to my new series called Tailgate Reviews. And this week's is going to be on the Backpack Vac. So I've had this for a little bit more than a year. And just to be clear, yes, I was given this by Milwaukee Tools. I don't try and hide that, you know, they sponsor me and they help me out with some tools that I want to try out and whatnot. And this is definitely one of them. Not that I don't buy enough Milwaukee tools, you guys. I buy millions, well, not millions, I can't say millions of dollars, but I definitely spend my fair share of money on Milwaukee tools. So I'll start off with some of the negatives right off the bat. How about that? I know everyone on Instagram and YouTube, you guys are negative Nancy's, so I'm just gonna go for the negatives right off the bat. So it comes with a lot of different attachments, and these are the only two I have left. Are these two, and actually they're my most used attachments. Now I use this on every single call I go to. I try and clean it every time too. Sometimes I get a little lazy. As you can see, the last time I used it, I did not clean this up afterwards. But what I'll do after each service call is I will get a battery, a fully charged battery, and I will clean their house until that battery runs out. And this vacuum is really good when you have a clean filter inside of here. When you don't have it clean, obviously it's not gonna do as well. It is a HEPA filter, so it's gonna collect up a lot of fine dust, and it will clog it up if you don't continually clean it after every single use, or I would say after every battery, or maybe even in between. But I would recommend using your top rated battery, and this is mine, the XC6. I would definitely use the biggest battery, because this thing does suck up batteries like a champ. So you can see I have some, you know, discrepancies in all my stuff. This gets in my truck and gets beat up pretty good, rolls around. Before I had this truck, first I put it in this truck, and then I put it in a service van where I was hanging it up. And now I just kind of throw this in here, and I don't really have a good spot for it yet. But so this clip broke, and I think it broke maybe me shutting it in the door or something like that. So it's kind of annoying sometimes now, because I have to hold this, and I'm sure I can order a clip or something like that. But I'm lazy. I'm not going to look up that part and, you know, put it on here. I would just rather hold it. But anyways, it's funny. I just noticed this clip right here for your belt. I've never used it, and I just now saw it for the first time ever. I know, it's kind of weird. But anyways, awesome feature. One awesome thing is that this is basically a telescopic wand. And let me see if I can do it while I am, oh, no. See, I got one hand, and let me see if I can do this here. But this is a phenomenal extension. It's very easy to use, you know, very good wand, and you can retract it very easily too, just by pulling it back. So as you can see, like I said, one of my negatives is that clip came off and it fell off of this, but this has been pretty durable. It's a little disc shaped right here, and you can see it's getting a little corrosion on it because I used the heck out of it, and it looks like I did shot vac up a little bit of water, vacuum a little water. I would never recommend this for water usage, only for dust extraction or vacuuming in the house or whatnot. So another negative is that this can be difficult to take in and out sometimes, but you have to remember to always keep this clean, and also up here pretty clean. And then you'll also look at this rim and the bottom right there. Make sure that that's all clean all the time. Otherwise, you're gonna have a heck of a time getting this thing in and out. Your filter's right here on the top. Very easy to clean out. But look at this thing. That's how good this is. I haven't even replaced this filter. I should replace this filter because it's not doing as good as it used to. But man, does that pick up some stuff. So filters are very easy to get out and knock off and, you know, clean up a little bit. You have a lot of holes right here. They get gunked up with carpet and whatnot. So it's a good thing when you dump this to wipe it all down, make sure all those ports are clean so that you got the proper airflow in here. It's really easy to dump this thing. Let me see if I can do it with my one hand here. Boom. It already all fell, sorry. I missed that action, but you know, you can see I definitely use the crap out of this. One thing you'll want to do too is make sure that you keep this clean, because that will seat up against here, and that will also make it difficult to push this in and out at the same time. The battery placement's kind of weird, but I see that it is in the right spot. It just is kind of weird, and sometimes you got to get used to getting it in there, and your hand gets really far in there and whatnot. But anyways, anytime I try and take it out, it's kind of difficult. And so there's a couple features on here that I don't even use, and I may not even know too much about it, so I might even say it wrong. But this whole backpack piece comes off, and you can just carry it around with you if you want. But as far as the backpack portion goes, I love the backpack, obviously. The strapping, this, I never use it. I should actually just take it off. I never use this. And I'll post some videos with this of me using everything appropriately in manners that I use on a pretty regular basis. But this whole thing does come off with this little clip right here. This whole back will come off. It's so hard to do these things with one hand. Jeez. Anyways, that's gonna come off. If I had two hands, I can do it. So yeah, man, this thing's been a beast. It's pretty durable, just like most Milwaukee plastics. They're very durable, but I would not use this for water, just dust extraction and vacuuming floors and whatnot. My favorite combination is this little guy right here. So I will use this when I'm cutting drywall in a house. So I'll mask off my area, and then what I would do is with the vacuum port, put this right here, and this is rubber, so it actually stays on there quite well. And there's a good swivel on this grinder to where you can, you know, you're not annoyed by having this attached with the hose, you know. So, well, unless you're right-handed, then the hose is going to be on the wrong side. But anyways, you can work that around by just bringing this around. This swivel's pretty good. I haven't had any issues with that, thankfully. I haven't had it really clogged, but you can see that I do have my hose kinked right here. I can unkink this, and I'm sure I can even buy a new hose attachment or an extra hose attachment if I wanted to make this a little bit longer. But my favorite combination for sure is this right here. Cutting drywall all day with this, man. I love it. It really, really works well and doesn't dust out a house at all. So anyways, yeah, that is this is our first edition of Tailgate Reviews. So hopefully you guys liked it. I haven't really talked about this very much, but there's another vacuum that I use on a daily basis for water, and I will definitely be doing that on a review at some point in time. And I have the first gen of it, and it still rocks. So anyways, remember, if you have one of these, make sure that you have a fully charged battery and you are using the biggest battery that you have, because that sucks down batteries. There is two speeds. There's a 1 and a 2. The 2 obviously rocks. And I will tell you, the biggest pro about this is that when you're using it, no one can even hear that it's on. I'm telling you. It's the quietest vacuum I've ever used in my life. 2 battery cells on this when I started, still have it. I'm using the XC 4.0, using a Bosch laser here, but little cricket on there. It's kind of hard because I'm blocking the laser as I'm going up, but nothing a little drywall mud ain't gonna fix. So there we go.